I didn't expect that my own evolution route was actually being manipulated by God all the time. As a dragon body, he can't fully evolve into a dragon, which is also the other party's bad humor, but as a hidden evolution branch. Only when he himself kills a human will it be unlocked. Meiji Mingwei is in line with the nature of the evil dragon, but not long ago, he did not know that humans had taken Yanlong's egg. In order to prevent Yanlong from taking away the village, the male protagonist was going to stop him, but he was very alert when he took Yanlong's egg. He took a child as a hostage, and Yanlong's egg was behind him, protected by him to death. But instead of saying that he is a human, it is better to say that he is more like a monster, jumping a few meters high with something like a tongue. The male protagonist did not know what was going on, but just at that time, Yanlong had arrived. Seeing this, Desi directly raised the egg, obviously wanting to throw it down and break it, completely infuriating Yanlong. But when the male protagonist was going to stop him, he directly pushed the child next to him. Should he take Yanlong's egg or save the child? The male protagonist did not hesitate to choose the latter, and Desi really grabbed this opportunity. He did not choose to throw Yanlong's egg, but directly came a blow, and with a sound, Yanlong's egg was broken. And the consequence of this is to let Yanlong take it away directly. Desi's plan was successful. Next, Yanlong will definitely destroy the surrounding villages in a fit of anger. After realizing that the battle could not be avoided, the male protagonist let the remaining villagers run away with the child. Although he could not say anything, Gelei understood what he meant. He actually wanted to stay to help, but the top priority was to send the child away first. And then came the battle of the two dragons. Only then did he realize that Yanlong was stronger than his previous attributes. He was improving the other party, but he was improving more. Although he did not know if there was a chance of winning, the male protagonist still decided to give it a try. He used all kinds of unique moves directly. But what surprised him was that his attack did not work at all. No matter what move you use, it's like killing Yanlong. The gap between D level and C level is larger than expected. On the other hand, the other party just hit him lightly, and he lost almost half of his health. When he was in a desperate situation, Gelei came back, and he brought two helpers. Although their attack was worse, the male protagonist had a chance to breathe. This time, he aimed at Yanlong's weakest neck. The attack seemed to work, and the villagers took the opportunity to shoot Yanlong in the eye. They saw the light of victory. As a result, the male protagonist found that Yanlong had only lost 20 points of blood. It's not so easy to have a chance like just now. On the other hand, he was injured, but he raised Yanlong and released Di Ming. For such a large-scale attack, the villagers couldn't react at all. The three of them died directly. As for the male protagonist in the sky, he was also blown away by Yanlong. In addition, the previous injury was almost disabled. But when he was in a desperate situation again, the so-called God's voice is actually the male protagonist's initial skill. So if you can hear God's instruction, in a word, God thinks he has no chance of winning. Even evolution is the same. There are 4 forms of evolution so far. In order to make him feel the gap more clearly, God helped him simulate it. The win rate of the evolved dragon race is 0%, because this is a wisdom type with no combat power. Second, Hu Guanglong is also. He has the ability to heal, but the combat power is a mess. The male protagonist wants to survive, but he chooses to roll the dragon. This specialization speed type can make him 99% likely to escape. If you want to fight, you choose to kill the dragon. His poison is very strong, but the probability of Yanlong's defeat is 98%. No matter what choice you make, it's not perfect. Either run away and let the village be destroyed, or exchange it with your life. But is he really going to do that? The man didn't expect it at all. It turns out that the hidden condition of evolving into an evil dragon was that he had to kill a human himself to unlock it. And the strength also let him skip a stage directly. He jumped from D to B. The C-level Yanlong who had forced him into a dead end turned out to be his defeated opponent. But how did he discover the hidden condition? It's because of a human. He was seriously injured by Yanlong and knew he couldn't live. Instead of dying like this, why don't you just let the male protagonist eat it? Maybe you can help him revenge. Because in his cognition, the demon will become stronger after eating the human. Anyway, it's better to die than to gamble. But after all, it's a human life. The male protagonist's heart still can't accept it. And it's still a matter of time before he can become stronger. But Gelei is determined. He suddenly grabbed the male protagonist's hand and chose to cut himself off. It's funny to say that after the death of his opponent, the system really reminded him of a new evolution option. It's also a B-level evil dragon that brings disaster to the world. It's listed as one of the 3 major disasters. Originally, he was dreaming of going to the righteous path like the brave man. But now he has no choice and has become what he doesn't want to be. But as an exchange, he got an extremely powerful power. And since there's no way back, he just took Yanlong's knife first. It's also the end of Gelei's cause and effect. Although now he is a level higher than Yanlong, his ability value is actually slightly inferior. After all, he just evolved to level 1. On the other hand, Yanlong is already level 24. But this gap is already very small. He can't fight alone. He tried to face the steel first. Although it was very reluctant, he still managed to take it. Next is to test the attack power. Whether it can cause damage to Yanlong and make the same catch as before the evolution. Like before, he couldn't leave a scratch, but now he can leave a scar. Although it's a little less powerful than expected, it's not surprising to think about it. After all, Yanlong belongs to the type of special defense. And just now, he took it purely for normal attack. Next, he will test the skills he has just learned. There are 2 in total. The first one is called Lian Yo. After using it, he found that it looks like a tornado. It's a long-range attack. And Yingqi's big move caused Yanlong to lose 1/5 of his health. The power is moderate. But because of the cooling time, he can't use this move all the time. As for the second skill, it's called Ji Wu. Obviously, it's a melee attack aimed at the neck. But this is also the weakest part of Yanlong. The opponent may not give him a chance. But he still has to try. He quickly approached Yanlong. He was aiming at the neck, but the result was still a little down. He still hit the shell. He saw Yanlong was in pain, and he simply used a move to retreat. He used the dragon tail to hit the opponent's eyes, plus the one that was blinded by humans before. This time, Yanlong is completely blind. I thought I could fight casually next, but after he couldn't see anything, it made Yanlong even more angry. He rushed in one direction. It happened to be the position of Gelei village, so he had to use his body to block it first. He couldn't do it with his strength alone, so he used the dragon tail. It's also a poison that weakens the surrounding creatures. After Yanlong was hit, he stopped moving forward. He took the initiative to show his neck. How could the male master miss this opportunity? He decisively used Ji Wu, aim at the neck and hit wildly, because this is the weakest part of Yanlong. Plus, this is also a skill for the neck. This move directly emptied his blood bar. With his death, the male master also gained a lot of experience. He jumped directly from level 1 to level 19. But after a long battle, he has no strength now. Then he fell asleep. When he opened his eyes, he heard the voice of Li Ya, but he looked a little worried, because the appearance of the male master was quite different from before. But when he was about to respond, a magic came to him suddenly. It turned out that this person was Li Ya's best friend. The reason why he attacked the male master was that the evil dragon was a human enemy, and the villagers saw it with their own eyes that the male master killed Gelei himself. But Li Ya knew his identity and didn't want to believe this fact. Instead, he explained to his best friend that he was not the enemy. When he was a little touched, because his wings hadn't been collected yet, the dragon scale powder he dropped was accidentally sucked in by Li Ya, and now it's too late to collect it. In addition, he couldn't speak. The male master was unhappy. He used a fishing net to make Li Ya fly. After all, he couldn't get along with people. It's better to show hostility. In this way, Li Ya wouldn't come to him again. As he left, his best friend was a little glad that his attack seemed to work. Only Li Ya was a little confused. She still didn't want to believe that the male master would become like this. Not long after, the male master also returned to the forest. Because he was very tired, now he just wants to have a good sleep. Before going to bed, he heard the sound around him. But he didn't care. It doesn't matter. The male master didn't expect that the mastermind behind everything would be a little monster like Schlem. Compared to him, he was more like the protagonist. Not only does he have the anti-heaven skill of stealing other people's skills, but also has an extremely abnormal recovery speed. As long as he can't avoid death, his blood can be replenished instantly. But not long ago, he didn't know. After evolving into a dragon, he couldn't help but sleep. When he opened his eyes, he found that his wife had come to him. Although his appearance has changed a lot compared to before, the other party still recognized him at a glance. Although he still wants to be close to her, but now he has a more important mission. That is to find out the real murderer behind the attack on the village. On the surface, the mastermind seems to be Desi, but he can feel that there are other people behind him. He is thinking about how to find the other party. Coincidentally, on his way home, he saw an agile Schlem. He had seen the other party before. At that time, he wanted to verify his ability. But because the skill level was not enough, he was confused. Now, even though he can't fully show it in the verification, he can see a lot more than before. And seeing the other party's skills also made him stupid. He couldn't count it at all. If it was like a spider silk and a turtle shell, he could barely accept it. But he didn't expect that even a swordsman had such a skill. Many skills that have nothing to do with him were all focused on a Schlem. When he verified Desi before, he showed that the other party had no skills. He made a bold guess. That is, Schlem has the ability to steal other people's skills. Speaking of which, he was curious what came out of Desi's mouth. But now the answer has come out. He asked Shi to hide nearby, and he went to a battle. But unexpectedly, when the attack was about to hit, there was a smoke on the ground. But the verification is not toxic. It is purely to confuse the vision. But when the smoke disappeared a little, he suddenly found that there were two humans in front of him. He didn't guess right just now, but when he wanted to know where Schlem was going, the child in front of him suddenly attacked him. That's right, they are Schlem's transformation. It looks like two people, but there is only one breath. Schlem didn't mean to hide at all. Instead of saying that he is good at transformation, it is better to say that he can transform into an animal that he eats and can take other people's skills. The reason why he attacks the human village is that he can take a lot of skills, and this should have nothing to do with the hero. He can't figure out why to stop him. Why does the same demon care about the life and death of humans? Why don't they cooperate and eat together? Hold a competition for the king, but the hero doesn't want to talk to him at all. Let Shi launch a sneak attack, but Schlem has already noticed it. It looks like he was beaten badly, but the blood that fell is just a moment, but it's full again. But when I think of the fog in this forest, most of them have recovery skills. So Schlem, who can take skills, has this recovery speed, which is not strange. Unless you can kill him in one blow. Otherwise, he has no chance at all. So he just released a big move, the upgraded version of the Dragon's Breath. Then take advantage of this river to make a combo and catch the meteor fall, which is the most powerful of his skills, and throw it into the cliff where Hugui could fall to death before. I thought this skill would kill the opponent directly, but what surprised him was that Schlem was still alive. Although he couldn't fly, he became a spider at the last minute. He survived with the flexibility of a spider's silk. Otherwise, it was really possible to be hit by the male master. At this time, Shi tried to attack again, but found that his poison still couldn't work. It seems that even if the appearance changes, the opponent's skills will still be retained. After going through the line of life and death, Schlem is not so easy. This time, he took the initiative to attack. The move is the combination of his skills. It turns out that he can also combine two similar skills. The power will also be greatly enlarged. With the flash, the male master can't approach at all. He can only resist the damage and fight quickly. In his eyes, the upper body is the body of Schlem. As long as you separate it, you can do it in a second. However, an accident happened again. Schlem is not the type that will die when separated from the body. Every body is his body. The male master, Shi, couldn't escape his palm. But what surprised the male master was that Schlem didn't directly attack Shi, but released the smoke bomb again. After dispersing, he found that Shi was wrapped in something like a crystal. The man didn't expect it. He thought he was the only one with a system after the crossing. Unexpectedly, he met a Schlem who had the same hanger as him. They are not only the second half of the selection, but also have the ability to identify each other. Even some of the skills are the same. However, Schlem has a hanger that steals skills more than him. He used identification to steal whatever he wanted. But before that, the male master didn't know. He thought that Schlem was poisoned by Shi and would die. But he didn't expect that he grabbed Shi by the back of his hand and wrapped it in something like a crystal. The male master didn't know what he wanted to do, but he could identify Shi's state and then quickly descend. So the top priority was to break the crystal first. Although he reacted quickly and successfully saved Shi, but it's a pity that the male master was a little slower. He was able to take away all of Shi's skills. He was very greedy about Shi's special poison skills. But at the same time, he also confused the male master. He had already guessed that Schlem could steal skills, but he couldn't figure out how the other party could take away the detoxification skill from many of Shi's skills. He took away the detoxification skill without hesitation. Unless Schlem was like him, he could see the ability of others. Schlem didn't mean to hide it. He directly said that he was of the same kind as the male master. He had everything he owned, including the guidance of God, so there was no need to fight anymore. They could work together completely, and the people in the nearby village could also be divided, but they didn't know that the Tao was different from each other. The male master spectators below. They didn't know what the male master wanted to do, but the male master naturally had no time to explain. After reaching a certain height, he also grabbed Schlem and began to act. As he fell, Schlem suddenly panicked. After realizing the male master's intention, he wanted to struggle to escape, but his body was grabbed by the male master. He couldn't move at all. Seeing that the distance to the ground was getting closer and closer, his attitude also softened, indicating that he would no longer be an enemy of humans and would leave this place. But he's Monkey's big sister. His plan was to guard the town. Until the male master returned, on the other side of the river at the same range, at the intersection of the desert and the sea. That's all about the reincarnation of the dragon egg. Next, let's analyze the content of this episode in depth. You think this is just an ordinary one-world dragon and two skies? No, no, no. In this episode, our dragon brother is much more miserable. He just evolved into a dragon. He didn't have time to breathe. Suddenly, he ran into this one. It's more outrageous than hanging outside. To be honest, when I saw this little monster on the side of the road, not only hanging a full-screen skill panel, but also stealing skills and switching forms at the same time, I couldn't help it. Where is this devil's nest? It's obviously the hidden protagonist of Daisy Jinsu, and look at his perverted speed of recovery. As long as it's not a one-hit kill, it will be full in an instant. Does this look like you who was disgusted by the boss in the game? But compared to this Shrek, in fact, this episode has a setting that makes people feel better. That is the voice of God. Our dragon brother thought he was getting stronger by working hard from the beginning. As a result, the hidden condition of the evil dragon evolution was designed by God himself. The evolution branch was carefully selected. Even the winning rate of the dragon was calculated. You taste it, you taste it. What kind of acquisition value is this? It's clearly the manifestation of being tied up. You just have to work hard and leave the rest to God, of our dragon brother. At the moment he evolved into an evil dragon, he had 5 impurities in his heart. He was obviously a human before he traveled. After the trip, he was determined to make friends and walk on the right path. As a result, he was pushed step by step by fate to the abyss of the son of evil. Gelei took the initiative to show up and let him eat that paragraph. He was heartbroken and helpless. It was the other party who personally cut off the last hesitation of the dragon brother. The ancients said that fish and bear paws are indispensable. But what the dragon brother faced was that there was no room for choice. He became what he most didn't want to be. But he got the power to protect others. This twisted sense of fate is, to be honest, more enticing than the stories of the dragon. By the way, Gelei's role is really amazing. A villager who was hit by the evil dragon. At the last moment of his life, he gambled everything. He gave his body to the devil he was once afraid of. Are you saying he's stupid? No, he's too sober. Sober enough to know that he's dead. Sober enough to know that only the dragon brother can avenge the village. He used his death not only to unlock the evil dragon's form for the dragon brother, but also to tear open a gap between humans and demons. Isn't this just a life after knowing death? It's just that the dragon brother was born. He was the one who died. And what's even more ironic is that his death made the dragon brother stay away from humans, because the villagers only saw him kill Gelei himself. They didn't know the truth behind it. This kind of kindness is twisted into a malicious bridge. It makes people nervous. Speaking of the production level, the action scene in this episode is, to be honest, pretty solid. The dragon brother jumps from level D to level B and confronts the 24-level evil dragon head-on. The whirlwind-like special effect that can be thrown out with the right-click skill, and the 1/5 of the blood bar dropped after the evil dragon took a hard hit. The sense of impact and the feedback from the numbers are all in place. But there's a caveat here. The dragon brother fought with his life when you hit the evil dragon. As a result, he met Shrek in the blink of an eye and ate all kinds of ice. This is too much of a standoff. It feels like a roller coaster. Another thing worth mentioning is director Gao Kunxiong and screenwriter Puqian Dayan. The chemical reaction of this cooperation is really good. Especially the part where Shrek transforms into a human. The visual impact after the smoke disappears is full. It's really eye-catching. There's also a dragon brother who's worried about his life. That kind of want to make fun of in this episode. For example, the dragon brother fought with Shrek for half a day. Obviously, it was determined that the other party's skills were dazzling. As a result, he didn't change his tactics and kept being tough. I'm also convinced by this feedback. Some netizens commented that the protagonist's ability to think sometimes makes people feel regretful. It seems to be true. There's also the meteor fall big move. There are so many spectators down there. They look at each other in amazement. The dragon brother didn't explain and rushed down in one sentence. If this really kills the villagers, wouldn't it be the biggest injustice of this work? No wonder some people say that the protagonist's IQ is not enough. In addition, the original combat design has also been criticized for being too formal. Each battle can be reused by changing the skill name. Little Dragon, who only wants to make friends with humans, to now being treated as an evil dragon. He's getting stronger every step, and he's losing every step. In the end, he was rushed to the junction between the desert and the sea by the river. Looking at the unfamiliar environment, he was confused. This picture is simply the best, but he can't find his home. As for whether the Shrek is hanging up or not, his wife is still trapped in the crystal and waiting for him to save her. What should the dragon brother do next? What will happen next? I'll see you next time.